Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on this fine Thursday evening for another game of OZfortress Season 27 Premier Division. We will be covering Butterfly Effect versus the older gamers. My name is Michael and I'm joined by Elmo tonight. How are you going, Elmo?
Yeah, pretty good. Hopefully, we'll see some fat TF2. Been missing out on this season a bit. Haven't seen as much as I wanted, but should be good tonight, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely coming into these last few weeks, we've got some really high quality games coming up, starting with this one, and then next week we've got the some of the top teams battling it out. But let's digress from that and talk more about this game. We've got the older gamers versus Butterfly Effect. These two teams having decent runs throughout the season. Butterfly Effect certainly showing up a bit more than the older gamers. And we'll be watching them on Process and Sunshine tonight. And I think we'll just jump into rosters to get started off with. I'll bring us through the Butterfly Effect roster to start off with. So on Butterfly Effect, you've got Rocky and Raze on Scouts. You've got Spade on Pocket, Fane on Roma, Deft on Demo, and Arnold on Medic. So that's the core roster that they're running, that they've had some pretty decent results with throughout the season, so I'm keen to see them play tonight. And I'll let you go through the TOG roster, your boys.
Tog, I'm pretty sure, looking from within the server, they swapped a lot this season. I know they've had Cure and Varna and all that, but looking like today Sam and TJ will be on Scouts pretty strong there. Tay should be Pocket. Gary or Mr. Signed Unknown will be on Roma. The good old Paulson Demo and Sean Med. So, I mean, both pretty strong teams, but I mean, everyone would say if they've been covering the season, that Butterfly Effect should be the pretty strong favourites.
Yeah, definitely should be. Definitely if you're a betting man, definitely going to be looking at putting money on Butterfly for this one. But I think TOG they stand a chance, right?
Yeah.
It's not like they're just going to bow out, maybe not get any rounds or one or two. They can definitely. They can take rounds, they can make this a close game, and I mean, if things go their way, I reckon they can maybe take a map.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what TOG turns up. They're all old, washed-up men, so it's kind of, if they can get some moments where they're like their younger selves, they can perform. 'Cause I know there was one night where they basically tied or won. I think it was like 5-4, 4-3 or something over 2 maps against this team, so they can step up. They're probably a bit disappointed in their current OWL game so far because they have gotten a bit bodied in general in their OWL games. I mean, last week it wasn't too bad. I think it was 6-3, 7-2 against the current leading team. No older gamers, their arch enemy. So hopefully they can do at least as well as that. Otherwise, they'd probably be pretty disappointed, I would say.
Yeah, I'd imagine so, and I think they're some of the only rounds they've gotten
Looks
this
like
season.
we've started.
Oh, this is exciting. Okay, I want to see the demo man on this bit. I want to see Dogroll, massive up and comer player versus Paulson. Pretty much the two opposites of what you're going to be getting, as you've got Dogroll getting very aggressive across the point, getting damage on the Paulson, and Spade's going to try and follow it up, but Sean a bit too fast on the arrow for Paulson there. You've got a Fane coming in, actually getting onto Sam, who rolled out Sniper to mid. As maybe a show of things to come, as Butterfly is actually on the back here. And we've got Gary, the Signed Unknown, on Scout while Sam's on Sniper, so...
Yeah, I guess that they probably just assumed that they couldn't win just a straight up fight. I mean, they're actually on Arnold here pretty forward. Tay should die somehow, hasn't it? Finally gets picked up.
Oh, he drops
Paulson
to the roll.
actually just memes him somehow, just across the map kills him.
Paulson spammed like 8 pipes over the point, and Arnold just the chip damage drops.
Yeah, but I mean, in the mid it was basically, yeah, Sam didn't really, I don't think he even got a single shot, but they kind of overcommitted for him and didn't really do anything else apart from kill the sniper, and so they got cleaned up. And then obviously that's a bit unfortunate, Arnold just dying to spam in the end, but there should be basically a free second. They shouldn't really be able to do anything. Spade might jump, which he does.
He's actually going to fight Sam on point, who's come up on Soldier, as Fane goes for the play on the Sean.
Oh, this is the dream. Definitely on the Sam cam.
Yeah, I want to see this. But we've got the Uber coming in. Looks like they're going to go through door 3. They won't spot the gun right away, but Paulson will turn his attention to it late in the Uber, and it will slowly fall, but eventually by the end. But that's all they've gotten, really. They've gotten the gun. They'll lose TJ and Gary, both scouts down, as Paulson and Tay are left to make a play that will not happen.
I think this is probably why we haven't seen much of the soldier. I don't think much happened, and then he got middied by Arnold for a bit of a sad ending. So I imagine they'll swap back.
So you've actually got Gary coming up on Sniper now. He's going to see if he can make a play from the forward spawn, as actually most of Tog does get forward. So this is going to allow for Gary to maybe get something. He'll get spotted immediately, dies to a
doesn't
bunch
swap in time. Fane does die for it at least, so it's not a huge deal, except Tay also gets picked off. So pretty bad considering how well that started now. They're full Uber disad. Sean should get it for last if they build well, but they're actually just going to completely give up second, not having the plays to bomb or anything. So they could go in quick, and it looks like Rocky does want to go straight to last.
Yeah, not even capping before they go in. Rocky's already through 4 as they've got Rays on the cap, and they're going to bring this right into Sean, who's up top right with his scout. And they're going to be fading on point. Sean on 90. If they can hold it a little bit longer, Sean needs someone to heal. As the plays on Butterfly will actually fall. Ray's coming in from the cap, and you've got Fane coming in as well. And that's not going to be a force.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a huge overcommittal, but they didn't actually commit at all for the med. Ray's is on him, he should get, destroyed by Tay, which he does. But yeah, they Ubered in, and then it was basically maybe one person and then started capping. But it doesn't really work when you only just capped the other point. Like, they didn't have enough time to cap it before second finished, if you know what I mean. And so they just ended up doing a pretty bad Uber. They killed one person. They had to flash after they were halfway done capping, and then they just get cleaned up because they're all on the floor. And so it's basically kind of just the reverse of the other the old situation. It's just full ad coming into second. Looks like Butterfly Effect will actually defend it. They Uber in straight away here without spotting. And they'll be lucky to even get a single kill here, which they don't actually.
Yeah, Raze gets out by the skin of his teeth as Butterfly. They're going to be coming up from the Uber in a few seconds. It looks like they just want to walk through door 1. They're not even going to wait for the Uber. As Arnold will get forced from Spam, and they will get Sam. Looks like they should be able to clean up Wino and Gary as well. But actually, Gary's on last. Just Raze and... Okay, yeah, Raze and Fane will clean him up.
Basically killed him by himself anyway. I don't think it was going to cap in time. Yeah, it should be a full retreat. They probably can hold second here, assuming the soldiers spawn, which they should. But I can't really see them mounting much of a mid defense unless they want to get massacred.
Yeah, you might see...
They fall back.
Actually, you shouldn't even see Sax come out here from Tog. They've got, 30% Uber ad, and they should know this given the way that the Ubers were played earlier. And I want to see if Butterfly Effect, if they're going to try and hold this a little harder than they would normally.
I think Ray saw them. Yeah. They're just getting ready to run IT because you basically can't chase in there. Yeah, Poulsen realizes that instantly and tries to go for a kill. But they're actually not going to kill anyone. Sam should clean up Fane behind though, which he does, so...
And they've actually used through, they've used Poulsen's strat against them. They're going to jump dog roll in immediately. He'll do some damage to Sean as Sean will surf out. They'll get the TJ frag. And that is all. I think they'll be happy with that, keeping the mid, trading the Ubers, and they might be able to push this through with that scout down, although Rocky, he'll get mid through that choke as dog roll and Spade as well.
Oh, it does gets a lucky pipe, but yeah, it does get cleaned up.
Oh, so much damage onto Arnold.
There should be an easy push in here though.
I think they should.
As long as no one overcommits, they'll take it easily. Fane could get cleaned up, no backset. But yeah, like you said, Tog will probably be, considering they basically Ubered in once again and didn't get a single kill, apart from the backcapping Fane, they'll be pretty happy with how that worked out. Bit of a rushed Uber, I think, from Butterfly Effect trying to catch them while they overcommit while their own Uber was ending, but like Butterfly Effect couldn't really get onto it, and that's a bit unfortunate. Tay gets probably killed by like the oldest trapper in the game, at least the oldest on this map, just jumps straight into it and dies.
Yeah, and it looks like Spade's going to go on for something of his own, and he's going to also get a lot of damage dealt to him by Poulsen, who will actually fall to dog roll in the choke, and Todd, they're a little bit torn here. One of the scouts wants to hold forward, the other one wants to back, and they're going to give up choke. At this point, they surely can't fight it. Poulsen down, they're going to lose Gary. If they over here, this is a
bit
disaster.
hopeful by Sam. He might actually, he does kill Raze in the end.
I think Sean might...
Paulson should be spawning. Sam doesn't die instantly here, which
yeah,
he
actually,
does.
Sam, he actually did a lot there. Sean was as good as dead if there could have been more than one player in that butterfly Uber, and it'll actually buy them a lot of time. They'll get the Paulson kill again as he rolls out, but, I mean, you know, when the only loss in the combo was Paulson twice and Sam making room so it's not a complete disaster.
And still pretty bad though. They still, because Paulson died the second time. Fein dies a bit unfortunately there. Probably shouldn't have. Tay will die as well though. Yeah. Bit of a throw there by Fein and Tay. But yeah, Paulson dying as soon as he rolled out it again. Basically means that's forced straight back to last. Looks like they want to do something here. Yeah, Gary will get cleaned up with because there's no help on the left there. Sam needs to be careful. He's the only one in lobby until Paulson came to help.
I just think Butterfly, they need to pace themselves a little bit here. They don't want to push in and meet the even Ubers, as both medics will come up and they'll lose dog roll, as well as Fein as he goes in for the sack and he's not successful. Sean's gonna not even get resup, he's gonna use the regen he'll get from healing, as is that Paulson dying again in the sky. Sam's been left in one. As, yeah, Sam will have to back out. TJ will get a solo Uber, as Rocky will get the same on the other side.
TJ's a bit stuck here, yeah, and he kind of gets left behind there. And now they're just actually streaming through with the last remnant of their Uber. They should get, yeah, Tog will get cleaned up here. I mean, basically kind of Paulson's fault for instantly dying again. Like, they got the good dog roll kill, but it doesn't really matter when he spawns quick, especially if you die 10 seconds afterward.
Yeah, then that was
then the Uber was really awkward. Like, their Togs was a lot worse, and TJ got caught in the door at the last second and just dropped.
Yeah, and you're gonna have, what, Doggerel pushing up his own right side as Paulson's just get destroyed instantly by Fein. He got the pack and everything, and his team is not even on mid by the time he's dying. Sam on the sniper again. Wino's gonna die. Sam will get a pick on the Raze, sure, but you've lost 3 of your team. He'll get a second, maybe he can level it.
Actually doing pretty well here. I mean, unless Sam kills Rocky or Doggerel or Arnold instantly, they probably can't push in. I mean, I'm surprised he's not more aggressive again. Though, considering all that went with Paulson dying instantly, they'll probably be happy just holding it.
Happy to redeem it. They're actually going to push this back in. They know they've got the even Ubers, and with the late spawns on Butterfly, they've got a little bit of time as they've got both soldiers coming through choke Butterfly effect, but Tog has the height. They'll lose Gary as the Uber gets popped on Arnold, and Sean will actually pop onto Paulson here, might get him a flash to Wino to take some ground, but you've got a soldier and a scout.
Paulson dies again.
Wino is going to get caught out and choke eventually, but Fein and Arnold will die for Butterfly, and Sean, he needs to look at running. You've got everyone coming after him. He'll get out with TJ. And this is actually going to end up being Uber advantage, but a last hold for Tog.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't really clean up. Like, Butterfly effect Ubers was pretty bad. Like, Rocky barely did anything with it apart from he got
wait.
He got the last minute force. Where's Sam? Behind.
Sam was behind and he got a pick and choke from mid. Okay. Cool, Sam. That brought enough people back.
Rocky tilt back the strategy. It's genius.
I think, you know, they know that, you know, they can't win this first map. They're just going to tilt Rocky so that way he's a non-factor in the second map.
Exactly. Actually, are getting bombed here. Paulson's taking a lot of damage.
Oh, but Sean
get crushed once he
doesn't have yet, and TJ's going to get really... Oh no, the force on TJ, and he's so far back. And he's not even going to get a kill, because Arnold, he's going to keep his players alive. He'll drop Rocky, though. He'll die again. Sam
that's totally fine, though. They basically realized with only 3 or 4 out that they had no chance of killing much there. And I mean, it's just going to be a win. Sean, it doesn't even matter if he dies. Yeah, Tay's going to walk out, but he should get crushed in the door. He actually does pretty well, kills Fein. Paulson will die for probably like the 15th time already. They just need to do something to keep Paulson alive. Like, it's hard to win when your demo is permanently dead. Whether that's because Paulson is washed up and old, or because he's not getting enough help. But they really need to change it.
I think it might be a bit more of the former there.
Sam is on scout again, so that should help at the middle at least.
Yeah, but Paulson, you can see he's not even walking forward. He doesn't want to go past the rock this time, as he will get healed up by Sean. As you've got aggressive bomb coming in from speed, he's going to land on Sean and continue going behind. but he won't bring anyone back with him as we've got a low health on both teams here. Everyone looking to get arrowed up as Spade will get a nice bomb on the Sean, take him down, along with TJ Paulson and Sam. Fane will be the only loss of that exchange. For Butterflies, Gary, he'll try and get something done, but
yeah,
nobody faces Rocky.
Spade was what, 50 or 40 health, and then gets 2 rockets off on the med. Got to be pretty disappointed at that.
Yeah,
Fane did a nice follow-up bomb and Paulson and someone else, TJ it was, while they were looking at that at Spade. But
yeah,
considering Spade was 40 health, then that lost them the mid. It's got to be a bit annoying.
Yeah, definitely. Not what you'd expect out of the players on Tog. As Tay, he'll go down. As Paulson, he tries to get some spam in from 1, but doesn't want to lose his life again. Needs to keep his death somewhat low. Doesn't want to get ruined in the stats. As Rocky's going to look at pushing in 5. Dog roll following as they'll meet the gun on point, but that should die without Uber being used. And a Butterfly just going to look at walking this across the point. Sean and Paulson up top as TJ's going to be on the heavy. They'll actually force everyone out of up top, and they are going to have some very nice high control post Uber. With their heals and Rocky being up there making space for Dog Roll. TJ getting arrowed up by the medic, but he's still in spawn, and that's just going to be Sean versus 4. Third round going away of Butterfly.
I feel like, I do this every process game, and I feel like it's the best thing you can do as heavy, is you sit top right, and they can't shoot you. Like, you saw how much top control they took there, and basically you just sit up there and keep shooting downwards till you win. Like, there's nothing you can do once they've taken that much control atop. Especially as a heavy in spawn. If you sit up top, they never bring you down basically unless they run everyone at you, and you should be able to get like a kill or 2 then. Well, TJ got 1 kill maybe, I think. Rocky gets launched though into the mid and dies instantly.
I'm put in a really bad position. He'll get bombed by Gary and Tay, and he will die. And it's actually not a terrible position for Tog, but their players are just not going to have the health to make anything happen. TJ will go in, kind of scare Rays off and force him into Spade, who will get the kill. But both medics dying, on Tog, considering the way this map has been going, that's about as good as you can do. Trade meds, so you've got a chance
apart
to
from
get
the
rolled.
first mid, which they won, despite the lack of sniper hits. Yeah, they had pretty good aggression there. It's just Butterfly Effects was better. Like Spade and Fane both did a lot of work, and then Rays got a triple kill afterwards.
Yeah, and just the health in the post for Arnold having a bit more of an effect on his team with the buffs early on is actually Paulson and his team are going to push out. Paulson from 2, the rest from 1. You're going to see some fighting over the second point, knowing that neither team has Uber here. Dog roll, very nice arrow from Arnold. That was from
Ray's 10 health as well, so they're probably pretty happy with how that ended in the end. They managed to get out without losing anyone, despite kind of the surprise push.
Yeah,
looks like Tog might still be going again.
Yeah, and if they do, they're actually going to be in a really good position. They've built Uber a lot faster than Butterfly here, despite having the same spawns, but does Paulson want it? No, they're going to go for
Arnold's
the
going to die though, he's
1
off.
98.
Wow, that's so lucky. I'm actually really surprised he survived that, because it looked like both of those hit.
Almost one of those situations where if 1-0 waits just a few seconds until Arnold has the Uber, it's a better situation because he probably ends up forcing Arnold with how low he went. But Butterfly, they're going to
don't force the idiots, man.
True.
Everyone just drops now instead.
Speaking of Fane
does get him. I think it was just a bad surf. It looked like he just pushed against a wall.
Yeah, they've cancelled the IT push. They're just going to go straight through choke. Gary setting up for something in IT, but he will find no one. Goes back to help his team as... Oh, God. Wino getting destroyed in the air. Gary will follow when the choke. And
a bit of an all-in there, and they don't really get anything off this.
Yeah,
hopefully they spawn in time, but Rocky, they're going to just go in before the Solis even spawn. So they need to do they have a gun at least, so they should slow them down.
But they've got everything in the bottom left though for Butterfly, and that's just going to be all of the damage coming through the door. Spade locking out Paulson on the right side. He's going to get a lot of damage on the sand as well, as the rest of his team will control their left side and clean up a 4th round. 14 minutes remaining. Not impossible for Tog, but seemingly so.
They need the first mid to happen again.
Definitely.
If they can deal with the aggression without losing their whole team, they'll win, Like
Dog roll is so fast.
Whoa, Gary gets destroyed, actually gets middied, I think, by Fane, I think it was, so... Went for kind of the YOLO play, does not work out.
Oh, but Wino getting good aggression off, but just getting floated by the scout. Thane will die as well, trading off of the soldiers. As we are just going to see Tog slowly back out. Sam will sacrifice himself. He's a bit too far in. As the combo will just, leave.
It's
But
going
they're
to
going
be
to
a
be
tough
chased.
second here. Yeah, Paulson's going to not get... No, he does get middies in the end.
But
And
it's the
Gary
second one, so it
gets
doesn't count.
absolutely fucking destroyed as well by Dogrel.
They'll have Uber, but I don't know
Once
if they'll
again,
have a
Paulson
Paulson.
gets a bit caught out. I mean, hopefully that shouldn't matter. TJ can hopefully just trade without it being too bad.
Hopefully they'll buy
He
Ty
is
for him.
spawning soon, yeah. They're just going to sack though. Yeah, it's not a good one either. Tay
You've got
tries. Does way more damage than Spade did, but
He's still alive. He'll actually get upper IT, get a rocket off onto Thane. And he'll actually live for that. That's not too bad, keeping him alive at least.
I mean, it didn't really matter if he died, but actually Paulson's just going for it. He's just going to get smashed here. They do somehow force there. Everyone just sitting inside each other, a butterfly effect. Rocky's just going to walk in and adore though while invincible. Gets Gary. That should be a push somewhere else. Dogrel's going to get caught out by Sam though, but no, he gets saved by his team. And TJ's actually the one that's punished for it, trying to save Sam. And this is looking like the end for the washed gamers.
The Melt Sean will clean it up with one final kill, but that is a 5-0 to Butterfly effect. As teams haven't exec, so they'll do so now and end the game. As I mean, sadly, kind of what I expected going into this, especially in a map like Process, where there's only so much that you can do when you are just completely outclassed by the other team, which was kind of the case here.
Stats wise, it wasn't a great one for the soldiers of Tog. Gary getting a bit destroyed. Same damage as Vayne, but just not getting the frags that make the damage worthwhile, basically. Dogrel having a big game as well, absolutely destroying 14 for 3 and 12 less deaths than Paulson to start with, and then 1700 more damage while taking about the same amount less than Paulson.
Yeah, Dogrel really just... I honestly think for that map, Dogrel made most of the difference there. I just feel like the way that he asserted himself on mids, Paulson would either go forward and die, or just sit at his rock and wait for his med to come and arrow him. And you're just, what can you expect to do? Your team's showing up as mid on Tog, and you're in your rock, and the other team is pushing across point with their demo man and boat soldiers bombing you, just kind of locked in. The only mid that they won was that first one where they had a sniper who immediately died, but they just kind of got caught out. He
did pretty good damage on snipers still. I mean, in 3 minutes he got over 1,000, which is solid. And I mean, him and Ray, so the flag outs of both teams top fragging pretty easily. Ray's with 24, Sam with 18, Sam with more than double the highest on his team. I mean, commendable effort by Sam, but just obviously when you get shit stopped that hard, it's a bit hard to do more. I think they could have just gone with the sniper a bit more. Just this, I don't think the Gary soldier was really working out. So just go with the perma sniper who does 300 DPM.
Yeah, I reckon. I think that was certainly the play, but they opted against it. Maybe Gary just feeling a bit more comfortable on soldier. I mean, he was not doing brilliantly on the few minutes he did get to play scout, but
Paulson in chat, he did 364 damage taken per minute there. Has to be close to a record for a demo. Going for 400 next map, he says as well.
Oh, that's... I want to see that. They just need to just roll Paulson, give him 100% heal, and just sit him at choke every minute and eat stickies.
I feel like Sunshine's, if you want to do the perma sniper as well, I mean, Process is the best map. It's better than Sunshine. Every point is just a really long straight line, essentially. You get an easy angle on every single one. While Sunshine, they kind of built fences to make it a bit harder.
Yeah, there's fences and buildings everywhere.
Yeah, there's now walls and stuff that make it a bit harder to get perfect angles. And Last is obviously a lot smaller than Process.
Yeah,
if that was their sneaky strat, I think they should have just gone for it more.
Yeah, I think they kind of just, on the first minute worked, ran it for another life after, but, they ran it on other mids, but at that point, Butterfly just picked up too much steam. They were rolling forward. Didn't matter what Tog had to throw at them. And I have a feeling we might be seeing a bit more of the same on this second map. Just yeah, Tog not having the showing that they'd expect unless Paulson can give some rousing speech to his team. Then
I'm pretty sure this is probably what they expect. They're a bit of a meme team these days. Well, Butterfly Effect are obviously trying a bit harder than they are. I mean, I still think they'd be disappointed because, like I said, they had some pretty close scrims. And I don't remember if that was with TJ or not, but I'd say TJ's probably the best pocket scout they've had this season. And
yeah, I reckon.
I mean, Varna's probably better than Gary at this stage, but it's still pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, it's also dependent on what the players are more comfortable with, right? Like, even if Varna's a better player, if the player's more comfortable with Gary, it might result in the team just playing better anyway. So definitely something
Gary's
to consider.
kind of either destroys everything or, as the last map, gets a bit pooed. So hopefully, Beast Gary this map.
Yeah, definitely on Sunshine. It's a map where he can do a bit on soldiers, right? Mid lends itself to a little bit of soldier aggression on the bell tower and then getting across, or at least if you're not on the bell tower.
The big bombs are pretty good on this map. Or you can or big middies from Tay and warm up. Hopefully more to see of that. Yeah, I mean, you can do like sneaky bombs from under and all that as well. Hopefully we see a bit of that. I mean, they could just go for the sniper again, because you can kind of see across the whole mid from choke. It's just then if they get fast bombs, it's pretty hard to deal with on this map.
Yeah, no easy sightline for the sniper to take to try and deny the bombs, so you've still just got the 2 scouts and you don't have any soldiers to make that counter-aggression while they're trying to push forward. As we should have the teams both readying up pretty soon. 12 in server, thankfully, no delays here.
As Sam said as well, Blue hasn't got any rounds this map, so we might see the reverse sweep for red team. Togger now on.
Yeah,
they aren't going with the sniper, so it'll be interesting to see what the play is.
Yeah, I want to see Dogroll is a little bit faster than Paulson. Paulson going to assume the role of process and sit in his choke. He'll actually go back into his choke to get some heals earlier so he doesn't die to the spam. And, well, why no? He'll bomb forward, retreat back to the bell tower. Spade will actually die early to Sam, and you've got Fane behind, so Gary being traded and actually Tay as well.
Tay was waiting for an arrow and just heads on, shoots the wall and kills himself.
And Fane will come out of Valley and he'll actually get some rockets on the Sean, clean him up as he's going forward. As Sam
hasn't been seen yet.
No
Doggerel's
way.
literally standing on
no
top
way.
of him.
Okay, Fane will see him.
Yeah, like basically Paulson kind of got destroyed as well, going for his 400 damage taken. And so they basically had no position or mid. Like Gary tried, and Sam did kill Spade instantly, but they were basically just stuck in their choke or mid.
Let's see.
So
why
they just
no?
took so much damage.
Okay, Tay will get the force early, and they'll jump in.
It's not really that early though, so I don't think it's worth it really dying there. Paulson will once again get destroyed, as does TJ. The rest of the team's kind of stuck in spawn, so it'd be a bit of a miraculous hold, but yeah, it's not really worth dying for the force there. You should just be able to spam into the choke and force them. It's not really worth dying. And then, like, the Uber went for so long that they literally just ran across the point and to the other side of Last and killed Paulson and TJ. Paulson manages to make it out of his choke this time.
He does,
without
but he's
dying.
eaten damage. He's on 40.
Has he died? Maybe.
No,
He does get his arrow.
Oh, but the big bomb. It'll do some damage to Sean and TJ.
No one's even seen Spade. He's literally doing 30 damage rockets across the map. While his rest of the team will get cleaned up though for Spade. Or not though, the scouts are coming back on this one. TJ's going to get bullied. Tay's out of the point. He is going to go for it. I'm not sure this is the play. So yeah, Race and Rocky kind of just... I think Ray's got a 4k there at the end.
Yeah,
Arnold, they kind of just said, fuck Sean, we're just going to YOLO for Arnold. Yeah. Spade was actually doing 40 damage rockets across the whole mid and no one cared. Does eventually decide to rocket jump and kill him.
Yeah, I would have almost liked to have seen Tay go for like the spawn camp on Arnold, just to see if they can make something happen, you know, get something for the second holders. You know, they're gonna trade Sam for Spade, Raze will be pushing under, but oh no, Sean, don't get caught in the shutter, and he will. Fane trades his life for it.
It's a bit unfortunate, Paulson was already outside. Doggerel does die there, Paulson manages to avoid the roll he's in. They will get cleaned up, that is Arnold where he died from.
Yeah, just getting caught out.
Looks like TJ got behind.
Yeah, just like, you know, getting caught out below the point. And it looks like they're gonna try and stack to the forwards, but it just won't be fast enough. All 6 players with Butterfly getting the forwards. with 15% Uber ad going in the way of Tog, but nothing pushable here. And we have the sniper actually on Raze. He's gonna sit in his forward spawn. They might expect Tog to push this, but I don't know that they will.
The forward spawn's pretty bad for sniper.
Yeah, I would have
they
liked to
don't see him.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a Tommy slap heavy, honestly. It was like waiting the spawn as their capping come out.
Both of them just seem kind of unnecessary. They are going to get behind. Gary does kill Fane in the bottom left, but he's only like 50 health. He should get cleaned up by Rocky, which he looks like he eventually will.
Actually, because of the sniper, they found the sniper and they pushed in the only way where the sniper was actually influential.
Tay does kind of overextend as well, though, so it is a 5v4. They did take a lot of space here. Spade's going to get a nice force, though. Sean maybe going a bit early on that one, as he wasn't even close to getting that second rocket off.
And that's just they're going to get caught out.
Sean and TJ don't notice the combo went under, and then has an awkward face-to-face with Arnold. Paulson gets crushed in the air as well. Doggerel might get cleaned up. But no, they're all just going to be absolutely destroyed. So.
Oh, and you've got the Huntsman coming out from Tay. He'll get a nice arrow onto Arnold, 120. But that should be him dead. He'll nearly get Fane. Good damage coming out from him, but he will die to Raze.
They might. TJ should get 2 kills for this, though.
No, okay, he gets the first one. He'll back before he can die or get the second. As Todd's actually going to walk through.
Yeah, Rocky has Uber here, though, with Arnold. Sean tries to run past him, but it's just going to end in all their deaths, so I don't think they realised that there was Uber there. Sam is behind still, but it seems unlikely that he'll be able to do anything. He's just going to try and start the back cap and kill Doggerel.
Yeah, he should kill Doggerel.
I'm not sure that was the play, Doggerel, but he's just going to actually juke him on top.
Gary's come to join him, but he's just going to die immediately.
I'm not really sure that was the play, Gary. But
yeah, and
this is basically a 4v3 at last at the moment.
And they're just going to take it and win it. Should be Paulson getting pretty destroyed on point. Nice rocket coming from Fane in the bomb. He'll do a lot of damage onto TJ before he does die. And that'll let Raze come in, get the cleanup kills on the point, along with Spade, and that will be a second round. A little bit longer than the first, but still don't think Tog had much in it there.
I mean, they were doing alright, and then there was basically they all ran into Rocky as he Ubered, either just a YOLO play or not counting the Uber well enough, and they got destroyed off that. Then kind of Gary and Sam kind of just throw their lives away fighting at middle. Paulson's actually been destroyed again. He's literally 40 health, hasn't been arrowed. They have taken a little bit of room though. Gary's trying to do the bomb to get some space. It's a little bit better the next time he kills himself, and Paulson's once again dead for the 40 millionth time, but Doggerel's dead as well, but Rocky and Raze look like they're just going to clean. That's it, they take no room, so Gary and Tay, before they even jump, are basically doomed to die before they do anything.
Yeah, the safest place to bomb is out.
Paulson's getting kind of rolled out. I don't know how to do it on this map, so I don't know why, but he's like at least a second slower, and it's kind of destroying him.
Yeah, at least. He's rocking up at mid and there are stickies in his choke. And
we have the Gary special. He's on spy here. Where is he going? No, I think he's back. They've seen him.
Oh, he's on the heavy instead. Respectable. But not as fun.
Looks like they're just Ubering under here. No, they've gone up.
Okay. They're going to go top right, their side. They're going to get through. Not use yet. They're going to look at just going straight across. They'll use on Rocky so he doesn't die to the gun. And they'll find the heavier. He will die as he's left alone and lowers along with Tay. Sam should get cleaned up here while he's in the combo, but no. Paulson will kill himself instead. I suppose it's more honourable than a death, as TJ will be left alone, as all 6 players from Butterfly remain alive and cap it out for a 3rd round.
That tends to happen when half your team just throws themselves into the Uber. Not sure what the Gary under heavy play was meant to be, and then Tay just bombs the Uber and basically kills himself, as does Paulson.
And Paulson actually got to mid at a respectable time compared to Doggerel and just sat in his choke anyway. Neither demo's getting heals yet, they'll both get it at the same time. Tay drawing some fire. In the meantime, he'll have to back out and will crater, as Gary will die as well. Paulson's will actually die.
Well. Sam does get a kill, but there should be a...
Should be an out. They'll try and chase, but I think TJ, not a scout you want to be chasing against Fane, will opt for the arrow, and TJ will leave his med for the escape, as That's going to be
This
a
big
fourth
Uber
mid.
ad though. They already have it essentially on Butterfly Effect. Well, Sean's only 70 at this stage, so if they get in quick and can kill
Wino's
him
gone for the
before
same
he
play
runs
again.
in.
Oh no, he actually got out, got some good damage, so he'll live, look to get an arrow, but yeah, he will get an arrow. And it actually looks like Tog might get it here. They're on 90, and they'll get Spade. Gary behind actually gets the force, and he'll bring some players back, so Tog will be able to push lobby here, and then
Race
looking
is
to go
going
out
for
bats.
last though. He does get seen though. Somehow hasn't been killed yet. Finally goes down to Tay.
And Thane getting pushed in unders when he goes for the force. There's both soldiers. Oh, sorry, soldier and a scout down for the side of Butterfly, and Tog will get second without having to use Uber. With two players
Some
down on
signs of
Butterfly.
life for them. There should be a free mid, and then they can just Uber in a second and they'll still have ad. Looks like they just
It
want
looks
to
like
double scout in.
yeah, they want it. They're not even going to wait for mid. They're going to have both, what?
I'm not sure this is the play,
Wait.
because mid's going to get blocked. Rocky's going to mid. There are two solis, or demo soli there. Paulson knows, but what is he going to do? He gets destroyed. Actually gets the pipe, so he does trade. But
Yeah, he'll get the spam rocket, and that mid should get capped, but Sean will die to Raze. They'll leave both scouts and lowers with Arnold and Raze, but Doggerel's coming up, and yeah, he'll clean up both of the scouts with his team. And it looks like Gary has a death wish with Wino.
He could have got it there. He just couldn't hit the rockets. Race was taunting, even though Doggerel did all the work. Gary just walks in. Spade's not going to appreciate that one. Just instantly trading after he spawned. But yeah, I mean, that's the kind of Tog play you always expect to see. To some YOLO, go for it kind of play. Doesn't really work out. I think if they chased less, it would have been alright. Like if they consolidated.
Oh,
Like,
Wino, he's going for it again.
Oh! It's Fade.
Disgusting. Fane's not happy about that one.
That's what you love to see. Some good old huntsman. To shoot at this point, you have to hit someone.
Yeah, it's the most skilled weapon, honestly. Paulson's got a trap on point, never gets scattered out by Raze. Looking to pad his stats in any way possible, as Sam and Gary will both die. Without getting the force onto Arnold, who will get a pack, and they're going to start walking forward. Looks like they want it through under again. As yeah, they're just going to use in, bomb dog roll into the spawn door, force them through, and then put sticks on the ground, and cap the point for a quick fourth on the board. Going a little bit faster than process here, only 10 minutes down. As Butterfly, yeah, just
Rocky gets the lol Paulson.
yeah, putting
Interesting
down
to
the
see
horse.
if what they do this mid. It's kind of like Paulson plays passive as do the scouts, and then Gary and Tay just don't do good on bombs. Okay, that's maybe why he sat back. Fade absolutely destroys him. They're still fighting this, so they know they have to do something. Arnold will get back into Cafe, surfs around. He will get cleaned up here, you would assume.
Really low.
He's actually, oh my god, Arnold literally runs in front of their whole team and just walks out under.
But actually, Rocky left in the 2v1. TJ will chase it pretty far forward. Doesn't have the heals with him, though. Not a fight you want to be taking against Rocky.
Unfortunately, because of the bad scout med speed mechanic, they can just walk it out and they'll have Uber for second.
Yeah, no, actually, that'll be a mid going to top, as you've got Fane going in. He'll die, doesn't get the force off on the Sean, because there's no Uber to force. As, yeah, we're just going to see a stalemate here, Sean healing up, no force coming in, as maybe, Wino, maybe going to try something, Gary.
They have enough time to come back if they just want to play normally. Looks like Gary, yeah, he's kind of hurt, but we'll just go for it without a buff. It's gonna fight with Sam. That's a nice rocket on Ray.
Oh, actually, really good jump in from Tay. They're getting a nice rocket onto Arnold, but
Gary's behind as well. I don't know if they realise either.
Okay, this won't be too bad if they can get a call on where Arnold
Ray's
is. But
is
Arnold's,
actually Ray's must know he's kind of waiting, or he's like checking his stats mid game.
I think he might just be AFK. No, oh no, he is there, and Gary doesn't know. He'll get 3-shot. As Butterfly are through their own cafe in the mid, taking a height, and probably have kind of rolled over on this midpoint. TJ looking for the solo, and he will get it, but you're just gonna meet an Ubered Rocky, and oh, they still haven't used. Oh no, the talk Uber's pretty much over by the time that they've used. Sean they'll let him go. They'll let Rocky go.
I think the play with Sam was trying to backstab after killing Rays, but Fane kind of just kept shooting the point until Sam had to fall off. Couldn't finish him off, and so kind of doesn't work out when your scout can't back like you planned.
Yeah, and you might see, yeah, they're going to have the double soldier bomb through choke. Actually, Fane landing right on Sean. Spade jumping away from him right as he would have surfed into him.
Yeah, and Tog tend to jump a bit too early as well. Arnold baits the choke like really hard, and if they jump too early and never get near him. They do manage to hold him out, like you said though. Raze will die as well here, so there should be a Tog push. TJ's just fully in.
And Spade, nearly got that second rocket off.
So low.
And that could have been 2, maybe 3 kills if the right people were grouped up there and choke, but nevertheless, that is 2 down for Butterfly. Tog gonna try and push in, see if they can get something here, but oh, okay, 2 players going down for Tog right as Butterfly gets Uber. They'll kill Sean as well. And Sam try and redeem those steps. Doggerhole got skyboxed and crated.
Sam
Paulson
can't really do anything.
What?
Paulson, actually hits a pipe for the first time in the game. Gets the meds. Gives them some hope of holding last year. That they should get a free second here. Tay's on Huntsman again, while TJ's just Scout. They will have ad here, so I wouldn't be surprised if Top do push out once they get Uber before Arnold does.
Maybe if I want to see if Tay gets
Arnold's
really
not
aggressive.
even healing. He was at spawn by himself for a little bit.
Oh, he wants it. Tay wants it. He will get dog roll. And they might push out before the Uber. So he'll lob off another arrow, try and get some people as they're coming in, put one towards
Arnold
choke.
almost was there.
Actually, oh no, you've got the spy. Who's on it? Is that Rocky? That is Rocky on the spy. And he's gonna rock up on second, he'll uncloak on point, he's coming late through choke.
Bane's
and, oh no.
behind as well.
Oh no. Sean, Rocky, no! How does he get TJ in that? And that will end up to Sean dying as well, with Fane coming in from behind. Fane going to clean up the second and the third being Paulson.
You hate to see it. That's a bit embarrassing.
What a way for it to end. Rocky
somehow get sidestabbed, and then Fane just walks in and kills people. Gary looks like he's going to offer a sandwich to Spade, but eventually takes out his gun.
And what? That's going to be even Ubers again for Tog, so I mean, still a chance for something to go in their favour. No Huntsman sniper to bail them out.
During all that memery, Sam did go behind and kill Arnold. Yeah,
looks like, what? You're going to just see some passiveness. Is that Rocky on spy again? Yes, it is. He is going for more as, oh no. Oh, Sean. Okay, he heard it. As he will get cleaned up, Fane isn't there to make anything happen this time. As, well, you've got a sniper coming out on... Nope, Sam's back off a sniper there. As, Tog, they're going to look to get in the lobby as they have 2 picks, and they're going to actually push the heavy through lower left. And, that's going to force Spade back. Doggerel left alone on point looking for the Pam, but he won't find the player that he can kill. As Gary's pushing out on the heavy here. As, even Uber's coming up for both teams. And I wonder, we've got default classes on every team. Spade dying there despite being one of the healthier players towards the start, and Rocky dying as well. Arnold dropping.
Yeah, they have. Oh, they do use them probably a bit unnecessarily there. I mean, they should still get an easy mid and easy second. So probably would have been an easy last as well.
Yeah,
and the Putis Pow pushing out seems to have worked out.
And,
although I think it was more on the dropping everyone. Fane asked if they used, which they did not reply to. Rocky somehow kills the heavy in front of every single player on Tog.
Oh no, and I think Paulson destroyed Fane going through the choke, which actually led him to getting behind.
Yeah, shoots straight down, and he's actually going to get out from that as well, so... Bit of a disaster here for Tog. They're still for some reason going for it. Sam should die here to Fane as well, which he does.
Gary's come out of spawn on the heavy again.
I mean, I don't think the soldier was really working out for him too much.
Don't think so, but I mean...
They were kind of just feeding, which gave them a lot of free space.
And hey, I mean, it might work. He's done a bit of damage on the dog roll, get some spam out in front. And he's going to get healed up by Sean eventually. As well, I know he'll get crated.
Race is going to walk into him and die there, which is a bit of a mistake. They do Uber as well.
But they have only Paulson to jump with, and he'll get left and choke. He'll surf out a scattergun shot.
Behind Sam knows though, and should be able to kill him with the help of TJ. TJ almost dying actually as well. Yeah. Gary walked.
He's just going to eat a sandwich. Okay. Don't think that's quite an effective strategy to get the force.
I mean, it slowed him down. You know.
It did.
Stop them pushing. Let his team escape. Doesn't really work when Tay dies instantly as well though. So. It was an interesting strategy, but I don't think it worked out in the end.
Yeah, definitely.
Still trying to shoot this a bit.
Doesn't want to get caught out by those stickies though. TJ will try and clear them as Fane will die to Sam. And Sam will look for the 1v1 against Raze. He'll get cleaned up. It's the Uber's coming through lower. They'll meet the heavy in the face this time. As they're going to walk across point. Stick still not dead by Paulson, looking to get cleared out. He will det them on the point as he's lost 3 of his team. TJ looking to go down as well. Paulson versus the world, and it will not work. I think Paulson may have... I think he should have gone Scout, honestly. I think Paulson Scout wins Tog that game, but nevertheless, that'll be another 5-0 in favour of Butterfly
I think
Effect.
Paulson bench might win that the game, but I mean that went a lot longer than I thought it'd be, considering how the start went. There were a couple of long rounds there.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
it was basically a free game for everyone except Spade. Even Dogroll didn't really do that well either, but his team kind of just ran over them.
Yeah,
TJ
Rocky,
doing some big D and frags as well.
Rocky is probably single-digit damage off of the 400 DPM. 399 topping the damage and the frags for the server.
Probably did like 4,000 damage to Gary on heavy eating sandwiches though. Does it really count?
Probably. I mean, look, you take what you can get. You know,
That's
329 damage taken per minute on Gary, which is the most on the server. I think most of that is from the 4 minutes of heavy.
I think the main thing we can take out of that is Spade might not win his metrics by 3 distinctions, might affect his rank. But yeah, apart from that and TJ doing pretty well was a bit of a stomp.
Yeah, that's gonna leave Tog in the pretty firmly in the lower half of the leaderboard. But
yeah, but
I do know they have
it's impossible at this point, right?
Yeah, I don't think they'll be making top 4. I think that's completely ruled out.
I think they have 2 winnable games because they verse the current top 4, but I think
they'll be versing Refrigerator Siege next week, which I'd say they're definitely favoured in, and they're versing my team, the good old Fish, which I know for a fact that they will win that one. So yeah,
I mean they can catch up to Thunderbirds in points. Still,
they can,
but I think you win by direct encounter though. So Thunderbirds are already ahead of them, as well as Thunderbirds will beat MG Zombies at least.
If you're looking at it realistically, Thunderbirds have got at least another map win in them, and I think if depending on how they play against Happy Feet, might
no chance, mate, no chance,
no chance,
no bias,
no bias at all,
but no chance.
Yeah, I think at this point, 2 weeks remaining, our top 4 is pretty much locked in. For those who haven't been following, we've got No Older Gamers, Happy Feet, Butterfly Effect, and Thunderbirds pretty much locked in at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's pretty big, like the top 4 are all versing each other next week, and then the last round there's Nog versus Happy Feet, so it's basically all to play for in terms of those spots. I mean, it's not you don't get knocked out straight away if you're first and second. So
yeah, it's pretty much going to be Butterfly and Thunderbirds.
Everyone will want to get to first or second there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Butterfly and Thunderbirds really just looking to try and get themselves into that second spot. But I think Happy Feet have only dropped 1 map this season, and No Older Gamers have dropped none.
Well, I think us and Happy Feet and Butterfly they traded. I think everyone is tying except Thunderbird, so I think
I've got it open here. So No Older Gamers they're ahead by 1 map. Happy Feet is 1 map behind. So No Older Gamers 20 points. Happy Feet on 18. You've got Butterfly 1 game behind on 14 points. So 2 map wins will even that out. And then Thunderbirds are 1 behind that with 12. But
I think the main difference is that Butterfly Effect have a relatively easier game having to verse MG Zombies now rather than Nog and Happy Feet both have to verse, other top 4 teams, makes it a lot harder.
And actually Butterfly Effect will be up to 18 time with Happy Feet after tonight, so they're in a pretty good position.
All to play for. So like you said, definitely be keeping an eye on the Nog Butterfly Effect one next week.
Yeah, and then after that, Nog Happy Feet will likely be the decider for first seed, depending on how the games go next week. But
I wouldn't rule out Butterfly Effect beating Nog. I think any of the top 4 can definitely beat each other on their day. So just kind of a bit disappointing. Bit of a meme map. We're playing the last round Bagel, so
that'll be. I can't wait for Bagel.
A bit of a spicy XD, but yeah.
I want to see heavies on top of the point on Bagel. But yeah,
I'll try and try and get to it, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I want to see it. But yeah, I think I don't know. I don't have much else to say about this game or for the rest of the season. Definitely do keep an eye out for where.
The main thing, I'm happy to see Tay got 2 kills. It's pretty funny on his huntsman.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the best thing in any game, especially when it's a game like this, was just pretty memey, pretty
Exactly.
throwy, but yeah, just the huntsman. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it there. Definitely, like I was saying, keep an eye out for more games. We're going to be looking at getting some coverage in on these last few weeks, where we've got all of the top teams pairing up against each other. We'll toss it to shoutouts. Do you have anyone you want to shout out, Elmo?
Shout out Tog. Shout out Happy Feet.
Sweet. Yeah, look, I mean, shout out to you for casting with me tonight. It was always fun. Shout out to Core on the production, as always.
One more, man.
Oh,
shout out to Coden for beating up Down. It's pretty much a beast in our eyes. Yeah.
That's good stuff. We're gonna get double shout outs for Coden here, because you can never get enough. Our Lord and Savior, Quickslight CEO. Yeah, shout out to you, shout out to Connor, shout out to Sick Day as well. And shout out to CF Live. More coverage coming in the next few weeks. Keep an eye out for it.